Good Friday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Congratulations. You made it to Friday. We made it to the weekend. Some of you are thinking, hey, I heard we're going to be in the 80s this weekend. We will. But today's going to be one of those, what was today? Some of us won't get out of the 60s here on Friday because of the slow, erratic nature of this warm front. We'll talk about that here in a moment, but if I spy with my little eye more rain, I do see some showers on the horizon. Some of you are already getting some rain, maybe not in Morristown, not yet. Maybe not in Tazewell, not yet, but we have some showers that are moving across West Knox County from Farragut to Hardin Valley up towards Solway and Clinton into Anderson County, Morgan County getting some rain. In fact, if we zoom in a little bit tighter on the Ultimate Doppler radar presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, you can clearly see we've got some rain that's maybe more moderate in yellow south of Sunbright, also just south of Fairfield Glade in Cumberland County. Looking back toward the north and east of Monterey, western sections of Fentress County getting some rain at this moment. Also a couple of showers now moving into the Maryville area, Alcoa, Farragut, and then over toward Greenback. Vonore has had some rain this morning, as has Tellico Plains. So this just gives you an idea of where things are at the moment. If we were to rewind the tape, so to speak. Oh, that's really dating yourself. You rewind the tape. Sounds like a cassette. Yeah, well, we actually go back 4 hours. 4 hours, you can see how this rain's been advancing, all because of a warm front, which may be slow to get out of here, which means that some of you may be in the low to mid 70s, south and west, but some of us north and east, like Morristown, Newport, you may not even get out of the mid to upper 60s today. It's going to be one of those things where temperatures can vary quite a bit if you're on either side of the fence, either side of that warm front. But this gives you an idea of where the rain's been over the last 4 hours, so grab the umbrella. Some of us will need it. Once the sun is up, I think we've got about a 30% chance of rain, and that sun will be up just in a few minutes from now. But the Ultimate Doppler radar presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair since 1953. They've been doing this for over 70 years, and I know some of you like to plan maybe an oil change over the weekend. Check them out. They've got 5 convenient locations. You can get an oil change. You can get your tires rotated at the same time. And you can also get a whole new set of tires. They're in Maryville. They're also in Lenoir City. They have a location in Athens, and they have one in Hardin Valley in West Knox County. But you can also click the link at the top of this post. It's madlocktireservice.com. Set up your appointment. Minimize your wait time and tell them Captain Accurate sent you. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. I appreciate that. By the way, you can see the rain extends all the way back toward Nashville. There's also some heavier storms maybe up north and east of Kansas City this morning, all connected to the same system. They've had some really nasty weather in the Midwest. That's going to continue today. We'll talk about that toward the latter part of this Facebook and YouTube Live. We're doing a live stream on both channels, but this is where most of the active weather will be for the next couple days. It was there yesterday. It'll be there today. It'll be there tomorrow. But Oklahoma City and parts of eastern Oklahoma dealing with tornado watches there in red. But that's the bigger picture. If we move further north, maybe a few snowflakes I see in Calgary, but when I show you the snow potential in a few moments, you're going to be like, man, I thought winter was done. It's not done. It'll come back in some parts of the U.S., mainly to the north and the Rockies, but some other states may be surprised to see what they get here in the coming days. Radar shows a lot of thunderstorms across the Midwest. I want to say good morning to you, by the way. It is Friday. Did I mention it's Friday? It's the weekend. Yesterday, we hit 75 degrees as expected. Low was 46. We're in the mid-50s right now. We're not that chilly as we were yesterday. Our peak gust of wind was 16 yesterday. Today, I've got our winds moving like 3 to 8. We're not going to have much wind. Not today, anyway. Normal high is 74. Normal low is 51. We hit 89 degrees on this date back in 1986. That is still the record high for the 26th of April. And we hit 34 degrees back when Ulysses S. Grant was president. That was in 1873. 34 degrees, the record low today. If you're on the call, I want to say good morning to Wanda Poe. She says, have a good weekend. Wanda, thinking about you. Hope you have a great weekend, great day. Fred says good morning. He's got 56. He's in the mid-50s in Maryville, and it's starting to rain. Thank you, Fred, for that update. And if you happen to be on YouTube, be the first to leave me a comment. I'll do my best to magnify your voice, do my best to amplify what you're seeing in terms of a weather update, or if you just want to say hello, hello to you. Future rainfall showing that it's not going to be all that heavy, maybe 1/10 of an inch in spots. Again, the modeling is not all that great with slow-moving systems, but this would suggest just under 0.05 of an inch around McGee-Tyson. Again, every little drop will be helpful because we're kind of a little bit below average, a little more than a 1/2 inch for the month of April. Okay, temperatures. Mentioned it a moment ago. We got 56 from Fred. Fred, thank you for representing Maryville. We have 54 Maryville, 55 McGee, Tyson, and Morristown. And I'm seeing a temperature reading in Newport around Wanda Poe's location, 58 this morning. And if you're in Crossville, I see 52 and 52 in Oneida. I mentioned the normal low is 51. So we're pretty close to averages. Oak Ridge is warm. Oak Ridge is starting off this morning at 58 degrees, so you can have some variability as this rain rolls into town. But I'm going to show you the bigger picture. Temperatures 55 in Nashville, 60 in Memphis, and 63 in Chattanooga. That's where things stand. Charleston, West Virginia seems to be the cool spot on this map. They're at 40, and where you see some of that light blue area, that would be suggesting upper 30s possibly, I would suspect, in parts of Pennsylvania this morning. But tracking some clouds and the radar put together, it shows that rain moving in from essentially from Nashville and then working its way south and east. So as I say, this front's going to be slow moving, and as it moves in erratically, temperatures could vary quite a bit from 60s and 70s for highs today. Let me show you what that map looks like. But first, the clouds. You're going to wake up this morning heading out the door. It's going to be pretty gray. There will be some opportunities for some hazy sun. Visibility is not a problem. No fog really to report. Winds are light and variable. As I mentioned, 3 to 8 at best today. It's not going to be that windy. You won't hardly notice it. But what you may be noticing, achoo, might be the pollen. Because, you know, we're kind of transitioning out of April here in the next few days. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first day of first day of May would be next week, Wednesday, right? So with tree pollen being the biggest culprit. We're talking maple, we're talking cedar, we're talking oak, and we're talking birch. Those are pretty high. So if you're wheezing and sneezing while you've been trying to mow the lawn lately, there's going to be a surge of that tree pollen as we go into Sunday, because we're going to go right back in the low to mid 80s. Low to mid 80s on Sunday. I'm not suggesting you mow your lawn on a Sunday, but if you do it on a Monday, or even, because Monday would be about 85, it's going to be high. So my suspicion is that the tree pollen will continue to be a problem for the next 15, maybe even 30 days. But once we move into that May 15th to June 15th, that's when grass pollen goes crazy. Right now, grass pollen's rather moderate. And, of course, ragweed is very, very low. That season really doesn't start until August and peaks around Labor Day. So it does come in seasons. Some of us are allergic to everything. I get that. Some of us may be only allergic to one or the other. Sunrise is this morning, 6:49. I got some rain in the forecast. I got some rain falling right now. Sun will be setting tonight at 8:19 under a partly to mostly cloudy sky. That's my expectation this evening. Bus stop forecast. Want to get you out the door. I got a note from Danny. He's got a hello there. Let's say good morning to Danny as we look at the bus stop forecast. We can multitask. This is bus stop forecast. 58 at 10, 67 around 2 to 3:30 for pickup time. Danny says, good morning, David. Hope you have a great Friday. Go Vols. I'm wearing an orange tie. I figured it's a Friday. Why not? To show my school spirit. My daughter's been going through final exams, so I've been praying for her and hoping that she does well with her exams. By the way, Linda says, good morning, David. Have a great weekend. And Wanda Poe says ragweed can stay away. She's not a fan. Wanda loves the snow. She does not love the ragweed. Let's be clear. Wanda, thank you for that clarity. I always appreciate it. 67 at 2 o'clock. Bus stop. Okay, here's the forecast. This is what I wanted to show you. Do you see a difference here? Well, can't you just pick one? I can't pick one. Not when there's a red line known as the warm front draped across East Tennessee today. Because look at Morristown, 68. Look at Athens, 75. 5, 6, 7. That's 7-degree difference. Yeah, there could be that big. Oh, look at Greenville, 66. Tri-Cities may not get out of the mid-60s. It may be one of those situations where you have that warm front just draped like this, right? Like a little cooler here, it's a little warmer here. It's the way it goes. And I kind of split the difference. It will be around 70 for Knoxville. May not get out of the upper 60s for our friends in Oneida, Scott County, and La Follette, Campbell County. But just want to give you an idea of what to expect this morning. Again, good morning to Linda Rice. She's saying have a great weekend. If you're on YouTube, give me let me know if you like this platform. I like to be on it because I know some people may prefer to watch us on YouTube. So if that's your thing, let me know. I'd love to say hi to you this morning. Headlines as we've now hit 6:50 in the morning. 6:50. Yeah, it means the sun is up. Sun came up 1 minute ago. Showers are possible today. I have a 30% chance. Clouds with some hazy sun on Saturday. Temperatures tomorrow should be in the upper 70s to low 80s. I have Knoxville at 81 tomorrow. But it turns very warm on Sunday. Mostly sunny. Highs around 84. So I think on Sunday, Some of them are going to be really excited to get out and about. But I have to show you this. This is what I call the gee whiz, could it possibly snow in some parts. I love this map because it changes every couple of hours. Like every 3 to 6 hours, I get a different snow potential map because it's just model data. You could say it's just fantasy. I'm not expecting it to reach us here. But it's interesting, as I show you this map, I want you to look at Minnesota. There was nothing in Minnesota yesterday. Nothing. But now all of a sudden the data goes shazam. Suddenly it sees some cold air. My premium members understand this because I hit that drumbeat pretty hard. If you follow the cold, the snow will follow. How do you go from 0 inches in Minnesota to 21 inches of snow in Minnesota? Oh, well, they're used to it, David. They live there and that's what they get. In May? Come on, my friend. You got to adjust your calendar for a moment. If you can get 21 inches in Minnesota on today's runs, but they didn't have anything yesterday, I mean, there's something going on here. Maybe there's a warm air bias with some of these models. And when they finally do get the cold air, well, it's shazam. Now they got to get ready for a foot of snow, maybe 2 feet. Maybe 2 feet of snow for Minnesota going into May. I think that's interesting. If you're a weather nerd like me, I find that interesting. But keep an eye that there are what we like to call in East Tennessee, the 6 little winters. We call them, well, they have different names depending on what's in bloom. But early to mid-May, when we get a cold spell, it's usually when the blackberries are in bloom. So I suspect what we will have some colder days down the road in the month of May, something we discussed in great detail on Captain Accurate Premium. Love to have you join us. Just hit the subscribe button. By the way, right now it's 55 degrees. No wind to speak of, relative humidity at 77%. Valley planner for today. How do you plan for a day like today? Plan for the upper 60s, low 70s, 30% chance of rain. You might be getting rain right now. But if you're in places like Morristown, you're not getting rain right now. You say, I don't see any rain. What's he talking about? Just look at the radar. Look at my free Captain Accurate weather app. You will find some rain that's in and around the area. That's kind of moving in right at this moment. But I want to say good morning again to Danny, to Linda, to Wanda, to Fred. Here are my precipitation chances for today. Notice how it doubles on Tuesday. Tuesday, I have us up to a 60% chance for showers and storms, and then another round that could come in on Thursday of next week. And speaking of rounds, look at this. I mean, the colors speak for themselves, right? Level 1 is dark green. That's isolated. Yellow is scattered severe storms. And, of course, if you're orange, like Mike Ty, that's a good thing. Like we're excited about orange here in East Tennessee, but when it's in the Storm Prediction Center maps, it usually means numerous severe storms, and it is persistent storms that could take down trees, take out power, could include tornadoes. That's all on the menu for our friends in the Midwest, and this doesn't change much over the next couple of days. It's going to be a rough weekend. Look at this for Kansas City, for Omaha, and Des Moines, Iowa. These are the hot spots for some severe weather today. That includes scattered severe storms in yellow, just shy of Chicago, but it does affect Dallas, Fort Worth, and maybe to some extent isolated around Austin and San Antonio. Nothing going on here, but if you have family in the Midwest, look how this grows in intensity. That orange area grows on Saturday to include some places like Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Includes Kansas City and Wichita for persistent storms that could include tornadoes and wind damage. Scattered severe storms in Milwaukee on Saturday. Chicago, we'll be hearing, I'm sure, about this all in the news, that, hey, it's really bad out here while it's nice and quiet in Tennessee, at least in East Tennessee. Nothing to see here. Sunday's glorious. We're at 84 with sunshiny skies, but not to the west. Midwest, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Little Rock all dealing with scattered severe storms, including Waco and Tyler, central sections of Arkansas and Missouri, and up toward Milwaukee, maybe some isolated storms that might be of the severe limits. But even still, they are going to be paying the price while we enjoy some nice weather. The only difference is today. Today's temperatures will vary from the upper 60s to low 70s, but notice where the warm front is. It's back south of Memphis, but ahead of it, overrunning it, is back into East Tennessee. We've got some showers that come in. Some move in, move out, but then by the time we hit 5 o'clock, it should be gone. The warm front is really not having much impact in terms of temperature for you in Morristown, but it might be much warmer in places like Tellico Plains and Athens. 11 o'clock tonight, partly to mostly cloudy. I don't see rain affecting us tomorrow. It may be as close by as maybe west of Cookville, maybe back toward Bowling Green on Saturday, but I have us dry on Saturday with just some clouds, hazy sun. So the showers dance around us. Sunday is mostly sunny. Pollen will be shooting back up in a big way for tree pollen on Sunday when we get back into the lower to mid-80s. Something to watch. And we'll stay in the 80s, mid-80s on Monday. That I expect, and then rain comes in on Tuesday. So it is now 6:55. I just wanted to show you another view, another solution, as it were, from one of the other models closer in. Pick out your favorite town, your favorite temperature. You'll notice that we have some scattered showers on this map at 9:30 in the morning, but by midday it might not even be around La Follette, might not even be present in Claiborne County or Bell County, Kentucky, because it's moving away. By 2 o'clock, hardly anything here. That's why I said there's going to be some variability where these showers are. This one has less rain than the last map, but it gives you a variability. It gives you a sense that there's the possibility that you might want to keep the umbrella close by. You won't need it for long, and maybe in small intervals. But by 11 o'clock tonight, it's partly to mostly cloudy. Might be mostly cloudy around Knoxville, but maybe clouds breaking in a bigger way in Jamestown or Oneida. Heading into tomorrow morning, we're going to be dropping down generally in the upper 50s to near 60. And then by Saturday, again, this with maybe a few specks of rain. I think that's probably not going to be all virga. That's the moisture that evaporates before it reaches the ground. But tomorrow, we should easily make it into the upper 70s to low 80s. So for today, I did modify my temperature from 73 to 70. It doesn't mean you can't get to 73 if you're south and west, but if you're north and east, you may not get out of the 60s. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. It may be just the way the warm front moves. So I have us at 68 Morristown, Talbot, White Pine, and Newport, 69, 70 for Wartburg, 70 for Knoxville, Sevierville, but 75 for Athens and Tellico Plains and Madisonville. Should be in the upper 60s for our friends in La Follette, and if you're in Crossville, highs around 72 this afternoon is what I expect. Boy, does it turn warm behind that front, though. They'll be in the mid-80s today in Nashville. They'll be in the mid-80s in Jackson and Memphis, so watching that very closely as well. I want to say good morning to you. I want to wrap up here in a moment, but Ed says good morning. Ed says have a great weekend. He's got his, I guess it's the Chicago Cubs. He's rooting for the Tennessee Smokies, but I'm very happy to see him there. And Fred says everyone have a safe and blessed weekend. Nice tie, says Danny. He says go Vols, my friend. Always good to see you, and always good to have you here if you're watching us live or perhaps on delay. So here are the high temperatures today, clearly in the 60s for our friends in western North Carolina, Asheville. Only 64 today for an afternoon high. So for tonight, we're down to 58, partly to mostly cloudy. If you got plans with your spouse, your loved one, your significant other, it'll be mild. Winds will hardly move at all, 0 to 5 miles per hour. As we look at the tonight forecast, 59 for Newport, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, about 57, 58 for Knoxville, South Knoxville, Seymour, about 58 for Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman, and about 59 for Clinton, Oliver Springs, as well as about 57 for Wartburg, Morgan County, for low temperatures tonight. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. So we're at 70 today. We're going to jump about 11 degrees tomorrow afternoon, thanks in part because the warm front will have lifted away to the north and east. 84, 85 for Sunday and Monday. Delightful. And then we bring in some showers and storms. Maybe some of them are on the strong side. That we'll have to wait and see. But right now, I think we are in the upper 70s for Tuesday, back quickly back in the mid-80s on Wednesday and Thursday. But then once we move further into the month of May, could we may see some cooler weather? Could we see more rain? Because I know the expression is April showers bring May flowers, but what if you get May showers? What does that bring? Mayflower brought the pilgrims, but I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think outside the box. Our expectations are from all these cute sayings that we are automatically guaranteed Mayflowers. I'm sure we will see Mayflowers, but we also may get quite a few May showers. By the way, I mentioned it a moment ago, the premium service on Captain Accurate is our focus. We've talked about the weather that goes beyond the next 7 days. I like to give those who like to plan, some of you like to plan, and some of you are spontaneous. But if you like to know a little bit of intel, we've already been talking about last night. We were talking about Mother's Day's weather. We were showing weather maps for Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day. That's some important things, right? Some people want to know that before it actually comes in the 7 day. If that's your thing, come join us. We'd love to have you join us. It's only 16 cents a day. It is only $4.99 a month. That's a price of a cup of coffee this day. But you're also the first to see every forecast by the tune of either 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes 2 hours. On weekends, my premium members may see that forecast long before it's posted on the app. But more Facebook Lives, usually on a Sunday, to help you prepare for the week ahead. And in fact, there are fewer ads on the premium service. But all you have to do is hit the subscribe button at the top of this Facebook page. That is facebook.com/AldrichWeather. Just click that button. You can subscribe, check us out, and of course you can always cancel anytime, but we would love to have you as our group continues to thrive. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you here next time. Stay dry this morning. We'll see you soon.